The government.
So this one is our federal government in these pictures. And then we're also going to talk about our state government.
The government. The government.
So in this first picture under federal government, what do you see? What is this a picture of?
I see Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Oh yeah, so there's Joe Biden. Mhm.
White House.
This one, it isn't the White House, it is.
And Justice. Nine justices.
Or this one, it isn't the White House. What is the House and the Senate? What do we call that?
Congress.
Congress, good. And how do I spell Congress?
C-N-G-R-E-S-S. Congress.
R-E-S-S, good, Congress. And then what about, who are these people? What is the highest court in the United States?
Yes, High Court.
Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court. Good. Supreme Court. Good. And what is one power of the federal government?
Supreme Court.
Or so under our constitutions, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government?
To print money.
Print money.
Good. So to print money.
To print money.
So we've got a picture of money here. The United States dollar. So we see, what country is this in this picture?
United States.
Good. And how do I spell United States?
N-I-D-S-T-A-S.
Good. So this is a picture of the United States. So the federal government is the government for all of the United States. And we have Joe Biden. Who is Joe Biden?
President.
The president. So the federal government, the leader of the federal government is the president. Then how many branches are there in the federal government?
3 branches.
Good, 3 branches. So the president is one of them. And what's another branch? Congress.
Senate.
And Congress. And what are the 2 parts of Congress?
The Senate and House.
Good, the Senate and the House. And what's the 3rd branch?
The President.
The Supreme Court.
Supreme Court.
Or the courts, the judicial. Okay, so this is the federal government. But like we talked about last week, there are multiple governments. So we have the federal government, for all of the United States. And then we have state governments. Like, what state do we live in?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Good. Wisconsin is our state. And who is this guy? Do you know who this is?
The governor of Wisconsin.
Yeah, this is the governor. Yeah, it's Tony Evers. Good, it's Tony.
Governor of Wisconsin.
So he is the governor. So he is the leader of all of Wisconsin.
Mhm.
So he's the leader. And under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? Good. So we can see here, here's a driver's license. So to provide a driver's license. Good. And what about this last picture? What is this a picture of?
The school.
School, good. What's another power of the state?
To provide schooling.
Provide schooling
schooling and education.
Good,
and education.
very good. Yes, to provide schooling and education. Good, to provide schooling and education. So these are things our state government does. Our state government makes the laws for our states, and they also give driver's license and provide schooling and education. Good. Does anyone have any questions about federal government or the state government?
No?
Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's do some, from chapter 4 on page 64. Let's look at these yes or no questions and answers. Now we'll go back to some early US history. Who would like to read number 1? Okay, Aisha.
The colonists wanted the British king to be their leader. Yes or
No?
yeah. Yes.
This one is no. The colonists did not want.
The British king, they don't.
Good, yes. So think about, why did the colonists fight the British?
Yes.
High taxes.
Good, because of high taxes.
Yes.
So the colonists, they did not want. So they didn't want the British king as the leader. The colonists did not want the British king to be their leader. Let's see. Shartuga, will you read number 2?
The colony wanted to choose their own leader. Yes.
Yes, good. Yes, colonists wanted to choose their own leaders. See, Mumina, can you read number 3? Okay, maybe Kanya Pa, can you read number 3?
The colony fought against the British. No.
Yeah.
This one is yes.
Yes.
If we go back to,
Yes.
yeah, it's good. Okay, we went back to,
Colony fought.
whoops, way back. I know we've been talking about it for a few weeks, but we do see here there was a war and the colonists fought the British. So this war we see in the picture, we see them fighting. That was the colonists fighting the British. Okay. Oops. Okay, and let's see. Nilar U, can you read number 4?
Number 4. The colony of independence was captured
Adopted?
adopted in 1876.
Good. So
1876.
was the Declaration of Independence adopted in 1876?
No.
No.
Oh, what year was it adopted?
July 4th, 1776.
Like 476.
Good, 1776. Very good. Let's see. Mumina, can you read number 5?
Washington wrote the Declaration of Independence Day. No.
No.
Good, no. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
Good. Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. Very good. Who was George Washington?
Washington was the president.
The president.
Oh. Whoops, I didn't look at number 6. Let's see.
Number 6.
Ooh, can you read number 6?
Washington was the first president. Yes.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, Washington was the first president, or we call him the blank of our country. What is he the mother of our country? The father of our country. Good.
Father.
Let's see, Aisha, can you read number 7?
We celebrate Independence Day is July. Yes.
Good. Yep. We celebrate Independence Day in July. Let's see. Kanya Pa, will you read number 8?
Delaware was the first U.S. state. Yes.
Yes, good. Delaware was the first U.S. state. And does anyone know what was the first capital? What was the, sorry?
The 13 colonies.
All right, the first capital of the United States is also where the Statue of Liberty is.
New York City.
New York.
New York City.
Good. Yeah. So the very first capital of the United States was New York City. But now, what is the capital of the United States?
Washington.
DC.
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.
Good. Washington, D.C. And what is the capital of Wisconsin?
Madison.
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 Good. Let's see. Shartuga, will you read number 9?
Benjamin Franklin is the father of our country. No?
Mm.
Who is the father of our country?
John Washington.
George Washington.
George
Good.
Washington.
And how do I spell Washington?
W-N.
Washington.
Good. Washington.
And
Let's see. Neelar, will you read number 10?
Washington is on the dollar bill. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Good. Mumina, will you read number 11?
Please quiet, mommy. Okay.
Adam was
wait a minute.
president.
Adam was a first president. No.
No, good. What president was he?
Adam was second president.
Good. He was the second president. And how do we spell second?
SECOMD. Second.
Yes.
S-E-C-O-N-D.
MD. Second.
Good. Second. The Kanya Pa, will you read number 12?
Rose the federal people.
Good.
Yes.
Yes. Hamilton was one of the writers of the Federalist Papers.
Yeah.
Who else wrote the
Yes.
Federalist Papers?
Georgie.
James
Then-
Madison.
Good. Yeah.
Franklin.
John J. Publius and James Madison.
Yeah. Emotion.
See, Aisha, will you read number 13?
The Constitution started the government. Yes, teacher.
Good. And Mumina, will you read number 14?
The Constitution was written in 1776. No.
No, when was it written?
1787.
Good.
Yeah.
1787. Good. Does anyone have any questions?
No, teacher.
No? Okay. So now let's practice. Now let's practice the 100 questions. I'm going to take turns asking you the 100 questions from chapter 4, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Aisha, why did the colonists fight the British?
Because of high taxes.
Because of high taxes. Good. Shartuga, when was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
July 4, 1776.
Yeah. Kanyapa, what did the Declaration of Independence do?
It is free.
Mhm.
The United States.
Good. Yes, it said the United States is free. Very good. Okay, let's see.
Life and liberty.
Oh, okay. Aisha, I can tell you've got number 4. Do you want to do, what are 2 rights in the Declaration of Independence?
Life and liberty.
Got life and liberty. Then Nilar U, when do we celebrate Independence Day?
July 4.
July 4th.
July 4.
Mumina, there were 13 original states. Name 3. Shartuga, there were 13 original states. Name 3.
New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey.
Good. Okay.
I'm sorry, teacher.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm thinking my kids. Sorry.
No, that's
So
okay.
loud.
You can do the next one, Mumina. Who is the father of our country?
George Washington.
Good. George Washington. And Nilar U, who was the first president?
George Washington.
George Washington. Good. And Kanya Pa, who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
Good. Thomas Jefferson. And Shartuga, what does the Constitution do?
We set up the government.
And Aisha, what happened at the Constitutional Convention?
Constitution was written.
Good, the Constitution was written. See, Mumina, when was the Constitution written?
87.
Oh, yeah, 87, good. Let's see. Nilar U, what is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for?
No, teacher.
You don't know? That's okay. Let's see. Kanya Pa, what is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for?
U.S. diplomat.
U.S. diplomat. So we would say he's a U.S. diplomat. And the last one, Aisha, the Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers.
John Jay.
Good, John Jay. Who was another writer?
James Madison.
James Madison.
Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton.
Good. And you only have to name one, so that's okay. I just like to practice all 3.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
Alexander Hamilton.
So we'll stop chapter 4. We've been talking about chapter 4, so we're going to move now. We're going to look at chapter 7 about Congress. Oh, sorry, but before we do that, I want us to practice. Let's look. So students, what are the 2 parts of the U.S. of Congress?
The Senate and the House of Representatives.
Good, the Senate and the House. So let's review. all of these answers either match the Senate or the House of Representatives. So we've got a match where each answer goes, okay? So like Ron Johnson, is he a senator or is he a U.S. representative?
Senator.
Good.
Senator.
Yes, so Ron Johnson is in the U.S. Senate.
Senator. Yes.
Senator.
What about Gwen Moore?
House of Representative.
Representative.
Good.
Representatives.
Good. Gwen Moore is our representative. What about last week? Which one has 100 members?
Senator.
Senator.
Senators.
Good, senators. And which one has 435?
Representative.
House representative.
Good, House of Representatives. Now, which one do the members serve only for 2 years?
Representative.
Representative.
House of Representatives.
Representative.
Good, House of Representatives. So Gwen Moore, we vote for her every 2 years. What about 6 years?
Senator.
Senator.
Good. So a senator, we vote for every 6 years. What about Tammy Baldwin? Is she a senator or a representative?
Senator.
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 Good. She is a senator. And does the Senate or the House represent all people of the state?
Representative.
Representative.
This one is the Senate.
Senator.
Yeah, the Senate.
Senator and
Good. So the Senate represents all people of the state. Now the House of Representatives,
House representative.
we talked last week that the number of representatives each state has is because of how many people live in the state.
More population.
Because they have more people, a bigger population, because of state population. Good. Like for the state of Wisconsin, how many senators does the state of Wisconsin have?
2 senator.
Or senator.
Senator.
They have 2.
Ooh.
And does anyone remember how many representatives does the state of Wisconsin have?
Only 1 teacher.
At this one, Milwaukee City only has 1,
Wisconsin.
but the state of Wisconsin has 8.
8.
But then what state has the most people?
California.
California. And how many senators does California have?
145.
No. Remember that there are only 100 senators total.
Total in the United States, yeah.
Senator.
That
Teacher.
2, good. You have 2
Senator. 2. Representative. How many?
representatives. They have 54.
54. Yeah.
54.
Yeah, yeah. So remember, each
I'm writing here.
state
Wisconsin, I had the view.
has 2 senators,
Represented 54.
but the representatives are because of state population. So let's look. Wisconsin. So our population is the number of people. So when we say because of state population, it means the number of people living in the state. So let's see. Does anyone know how many people live in Wisconsin? I don't know. I'm looking on my phone. I'm cheating. Let's see. The Wisconsin population is 5,822,000 people. So that's how many people we have living in our state. That's a lot of people. How many people do you think live in California?
I don't know, teacher.
Yeah, I don't know. It will be more than Wisconsin, but let's see. The California population, whoa, is 39,510,000
510.
people. So California has almost 40 million people. But Wisconsin only has about 6 million. So because Wisconsin has less people, we have less representatives. But because California has more people, they get more representatives. But for the Senate, it's all the same. Each state only gets 2. Good. Does anyone have any questions about the Senate and the House? No? Okay.
The Senate and the House. Name, teacher.
The name? So the Senate and the House, the name is Congress. We call them Congress. And what does Congress do? What does Congress do? Do they write laws?
Review law.
Do they sign bills to become laws? Do they make laws or do they review the laws?
Make law.
Good. So Congress makes laws. So remember, who makes federal laws?
Congress.
Congress makes federal laws.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So now let's go to page 106 in your textbooks. So page 106. We're going to look at chapter 7 about the Constitution. So page 106. Tell me, what do you see in these pictures?
We the people.
Good. And what is this in We the People?
The bit.
What do we call this? What's this a picture of? Is this the Declaration of Independence?
No.
No. What?
The flag.
Oh, the flag's behind it. Good. Yeah, the flag's behind it. But what important document starts with We the People?
Constitution do.
Good. Yes. The Constitution.
No.
So this first picture is the Constitution. And we know, what are the first 3 words of the Constitution?
We the people.
Good. We the people. So picture number 1 is the Constitution. And what's picture number 2?
President.
The president. Good. The president. And what's his name?
Charles Biden.
Joe Biden. Good.
Joe Biden.
And what's picture number 3? This one, it starts with the C. It's
Congress. Right.
Congress.
Congress. Good.
Okay.
So is the president and Congress, are they a part of the federal government or the state government?
Federal government.
Good. So these are all the federal government. Very good. And then let's see. Who would like to read on page 106? Okay, Aisha.
Number 1, the Constitution use how the government work. It use our more important law. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. Supreme.
Yeah, good. So when we say the word supreme, it means the number 1. Or we also say the highest.
Higher.
So being the highest means all the laws in United States have to agree with the Constitution. So we say the Constitution, it tells us how the government works, or it sets up the government. It sets up the government. Good. So what is the supreme law of the land?
The Constitution.
Constitution.
Good.
That's the Constitution.
And what does the Constitution do?
Start at the government.
The government.
Up the government. Good. And what is the highest court in the United States?
The Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court. So again, look, highest, supreme. So the highest court is the Supreme Court. And how many justices are on the Supreme Court?
9.
9.
9.
9. Good. And who is the Chief Justice?
Roger.
James
John Robert.
John Robert.
Good. John Roberts.
Robert.
And that is this man, John
Yes.
Roberts.
John Robert.
Good. So how many men are on the Supreme Court?
Nine.
4, 6.
One. There are 6
6
men.
men, 3 women.
3 girls.
Women, yeah.
Good.
3 women.
Men and 3
Women.
women. Good. So we have 9 people total on the Supreme Court.
Yes.
Okay. Who would like to read on page 107?
Me, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Kanyapa.
These are our first 3 words of the Constitution. We, the people, make our work of government. This is the idea of the state government.
Good, good. So let's talk about this a little bit. So self, remember, is us. Self-government is the same as we the people. So people living in the United States, we get to choose our leaders. And what does it mean when we choose our leaders?
Vote.
Good, we vote. So let's look. So here we have we the people. So let's say all of these people are living in the United States. How old do they have to be to vote?
18 and
18 older.
18 and older.
And 18 and older. And can anyone vote?
No.
No.
Oh, citizen 18 and older.
Good, you have to be a
Citizen.
U.S. citizen to
You
vote.
can,
Good, a U.S. citizen to vote. So we the people, that means are people who are 18 and older and a U.S. citizen. So here we are seeing they are voting. And who are the people, who do we vote for?
president.
Yeah, we vote for the president. Good. So we can vote for the president. Who else can we vote for? Do we vote for governor?
For governor, yes.
Yeah, we vote for governor. Do we vote for the senators?
Yeah.
Senators. Who else? So if we vote for senators, who else do we vote for?
Representative.
Representatives.
Good. Representatives. Good. Do we vote for the United States Supreme Court?
No.
No. Good. We can, for the state of Wisconsin, we actually, when you become a citizen, you can vote for, we have a Wisconsin Supreme Court. And you can vote for the Wisconsin Supreme Court. But you cannot vote for the U.S. Supreme Court. So the state of Wisconsin has its own Supreme Court. And that's the highest court in Wisconsin. But then the United States has the Supreme Court, and that's the very highest. So we, the people, we get to choose our leaders, like president, governor, senators, representatives. These are all people you can vote for. And it's the Constitution that sets up the government. The Constitution is the one that says, okay, we vote for our own leaders. And is the United States government, are we a democracy or are we like the Communist Party? Democracy. So in a democracy, the people choose the leaders.
Yeah, people choose the leader.
Yeah. Who
Communist-
chooses the leaders in the Communist Party?
Government chooses the leader.
Government chooses the leader.
Good. So in communism, the government chooses the leaders, but the United States is a democracy. So the people, we choose the leaders. We get to vote for president, governor, senators, and representatives. So the idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are these words?
We the people.
We
The
the
people.
people.
Good. We the people. Very good. We the people. So we can see here, this is a picture of the Constitution. And the very beginning, the letters that are the biggest, we the people. Okay, who would like to read on page 108?
Government. Me, teacher.
Okay, Shartuga.
The Constitution set up the U.S. government with parts.
Good. So
Awesome.
the Constitution is the one that said there will be 3 parts to the federal government. And what do we call each part?
Executive branch.
Good. Each part is called a branch.
Branch.
Like, see?
Branch. In the
Good. In English, we would say, so here's a tree, the tree, but we would say a tree has a branch. So that's why we call it a branch. Because each branch is a part of the whole tree, but each branch is different. So it's all the same tree, all the same government, but each branch is different. So what did we say the 3 branches of government are? Congress,
Congress, court,
the courts,
president,
the courts, and the president. Good. So here we go in this top picture. This is the White House.
Yes.
This one. So and who lives in the White House?
President.
The president. Good.
President.
So we can see the White House is actually, it's smaller than Congress. But Congress is also white and looks like a house. Good. Okay, who would like to read on page 109?
Me, teacher.
Okay, Mumina.
Each branch has some power. Each branch can do something. Some things. This is called the separation of power.
Good. So separation of powers. Remember, who makes federal laws?
Congress.
Congress.
Good. So Congress makes laws. And who signs bills to become laws?
The
President.
The
president.
president.
Good. So the president signs bills. And who vetoes bills?
The president.
That's the
President.
president.
Good. So he vetoes bills. So if the president likes and agrees with a law that Congress makes, he will sign it and it will become a law. If the president does not like or does not agree, he will veto it, meaning he will reject it. He'll say no. If Congress gives him a law he does not like, no, he vetoes it. So then it will not become a law. And what does the judicial branch do?
Review law.
Review.
They review laws. Review laws. Good. So we'll stop there for today.